people would sell their soul to own the world, only to find the world was never big enough for you. Who laid the stars, paints the sky, birthed the child who hushed our cries. Always on the move, always making more, always making better from the pain that came before. How can I put your ocean in my tiny paper cup? Think I'll toss it in the ocean so you can fill me up. It's more than I can fathom, more than I can know. I am you, you and me, will you make it so?
This, but everyone dies. It's important to remind yourself of that. That you face God, the judge, and He's going to list everything you did wrong in your life. It's going to be a long sentencing hearing for me. Well, you get justice, which is hell, because that's what we deserve. Mercy, which is less of that, which I'll allow the theologians figure out what that is. Or grace. What is grace? Grace is something so unique, so different, so profound. Which is as soon as the sentencing's about to be ushered in, someone comes in and says, no, I will serve that prison sentence for him. If your Christianity is nothing more than an insurance plan for the afterlife, that is not a conversion. That is not legitimate Christianity. If you're like, hey, I went on Easter, I raised my hand, just in case the Christian thing is right, I'm going to heaven because I did the thing and I signed the piece of paper. That is an insult to God. Where the better way to teach the gospel is, here's the 10 Commandments. How many of these are you violating? Oh, you deserve to go to hell. And you probably will, unless you give your life to Christ. That is the problem. And so I realized the stakes in 5th grade. I was like, oh my goodness, I'm a sinner. I'm selfish. I'm broken. And only thanks to Jesus' perfect sacrifice, coming and living a perfect life, that I get something I do not earn, but has been given to me, this free gift of eternal life.
Fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom.
That's as it says in Proverbs, that's right.
But my fear of the Lord might be different. I kind of want to talk to you about this. I would love to debate you about this, because if you teach me to see
I don't know if I
differently.
disagree, but yeah.
But I would love to say this. When I know that there's like this new Christian teaching of like, you want a new job and a promotion, give your life to Jesus. I get that, but I think that if your father, you love him, right? I don't think the first thing you think about is like what he's going to do. I think the first thing you think is how much he loves you. And from that, you want to do things that honor him because of that love first.
Great point. So let me try to win you over. You would say that Jesus is here to save us. Save us from what?
Ourselves. We're dead people walking.
Okay, so you have to tell people about the death.
You're very good at your job. You're very good at your job.
Jesus is a rescue mission.
Yeah.
But you must teach people what you're rescuing them.
Actually, there's a Bible verse about that, and he doesn't like that.
So the 100% is a profound point, which is I cringe when I go to Whole Foods and there's some guy that says like repent now, and I think he gives religion a bad name.
Yeah.
However, laying out the stakes of the 1-2 sequence, which is we are damned, here's the great news, right? We are all fall short of the glory of God. And there is this bridge to get to the divine. So let me also reinforce this point. The last 30 years, we have the greatest test ever in what I call a cold or soft gospel. And most churches you will go to in this area or nationwide, the soft gospel will go, everybody, thank you so much for coming Easter Sunday. I want you to give your life to Christ because He loves you so much and He has a great life for you. And you might be dealing with addiction or depression or anxiety, and you can break free of those things and you can live a beautiful and better life. Now those things are technically true, but has that worked? Let's just talk about the numbers. Church attendance is down, evangelism is down, we're less Christian than ever before because people look at Jesus as like Aramaic Tony Robbins.
Oh my God,
it's like he can,
so funny.
He can improve my life, apply some of his teachings, and instead it's a complete, so he's not there as like a Dale Carnegie self-help set, right? And so, but let me ask one other thing.
Yeah.
The gospel becomes sweeter, and the relationship with Christ is real and truer when you understand the stakes of the damnation that you were saved from.
the ocean so you can fill me up with more than I can fathom, more than I can know. How can I put your ocean in my tiny paper cup? Think I'll toss it in the ocean so you can fill me up with more than I can fathom, more than I can know. I and you and me, will you make it so? Drown me in the river where the living waters flow. Think I'll die to who I am and transform to something more. Put me back to pieces where the river meets to shore, and make me all completely what you planned for me to be. Let's start today, together into eternity.